everyone! Welcome back to this lovely Moon Prayer Night Festival, where we've been enjoying all the wonderful sights with Columbina over the last little while. Everything is so sparkling and colorful. Everybody's put so much effort into all these different stalls. The Frostmoon Scions, the Hexen Circle, the people of Nasha Town, and all of Columbina's friends have come here. And it's just been so wonderful to see everybody and to be able to enjoy one final night here with Columbina before she is set to return to the moon, to her home, because the Moon Prayer Night is when the moon is closest to Tevat. I'm just glad that she was able to come back and have this wonderful celebration with us and have all these lovely memories to take back with her as she embarks on the next unknown part of her journey. This has just been really lovely. What beautiful vibes there have been at this festival. I've loved it so much. They've put so much detail into everything, and I almost feel sad to see it go. I think as soon as I talk to Paimon, we're going to advance the story, and soon the atmosphere here in Nasha Town will all be packed away. But that's what makes memories so special, right? Is then we can remember how much we enjoyed the sights in these moments. And hopefully there's plenty of happy memories that Columbina will have of us forever and ever. And also, I'm very much hoping that when she returns to the moon, that she will regain her strength and maybe be able to communicate with us again, or even come back and visit us. That's my hope. I don't know if that's naive or optimistic of me, but that's truly what I hope will happen. And it looks like Paimon and Ether have been preparing a surprise for Columbina. So, I am ready. Let's see what you have.
Traveler. Hey there, Columbina! Are you done checking out the festive amusements already? Are you sure you don't want to look around some more? You might not get another opportunity like this for a while. Right now, what I'd like to do is...
Oh, would you like to have some Moon Prayer candy?
Oh, candy for us? Thanks a bunch, Columbina. Don't mind if we do.
Yes, please enjoy, Paimon.
Whoa, this one's intense. But it's so tasty.
Oh, I'm glad you like it,
What
Paimon.
about you, Traveler? How does yours taste?
Like smetana, I think. A very novel flavor.
Oh, sounds good. Paimon's drooling now. Are there any more Smetana candies in the box? Yes, I believe so.
Oh, that's
Okay,
wonderful.
gotcha. Let's see.
Have you tried any of them yourself? That's true. This whole time, Columbina, you've been giving candies to others, but have you gotten to have any? Paimon, could you pick out 3 smetana-flavored candies?
Sure. This one, and yep, this one looks right too. Okay, that's 3.
Yay!
1 per person.
Alright, all together then.
So sweet.
Oh, that sounds wonderful! Alright, this time for real.
Paimon. Columbina! Finished with the festival already?
Alright, we've had so much fun here. I wish this festival could last forever. It's actually probably one of my favorite festivals that's happened in Genshin. Probably mostly because of all these wonderful memories associated with it and the significance behind this night. The last night we'll be seeing Columbina for a very long time. But I think I've had my fill.
Really? You're sure you don't want to have a little more fun out there? Final answer.
This is like in Splatoon when it's like, are you sure it's time to climb the rocket now? Final answer.
I am sure.
Alright, here we go. Wow.
This was the most fun I've ever had on a Moon Prayer night.
Oh, I'm glad that you enjoyed yourself, Columbina. That's all we ever wanted.
Everywhere I went, people were saying, "Welcome home." And there were friends at every turn. I only wish it could last longer than one night.
Me too. but I'm grateful for this precious night that we had together.
Oh.
Your friends will always be here.
Yes, you're right. The moon prayer blossoms.
Oh?
Ooh, look!
They're red.
Moon prayer night has come.
Whoa. The moon.
The moon. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Happy Moon Prayer Night, dear.
Happy moon prayer night.
Aw.
Happy Moon Prayer Night.
Aww. Huh.
Oh, the
Time
tentacles.
flies when you're having fun.
It really does. It really does.
Oh. Looks like the time has come.
Yes. The moon is brightest now.
Columbina. You're heading off then?
Yes, to the ruins you mentioned. And from there, back home to the moon.
All right. Thank you so much for spending this night with us.
Wait!
Oh?
I know? At least...
Take one of our craft shop's crumb cookies up to the moon with you. You know, for a snack.
Sure. Why not?
Oh, thank you, Aino and
The
Anefa.
Curatorium of Secrets believes in proper farewells. No story should be left without a satisfactory endnote. Never.
Farewells are an important affair for the Ratniki, too. We never know when we might meet again.
Columbina, look at all of these friends you have.
Haha! And here I thought grand farewells wouldn't suit tonight's mood. But I suppose friendly passion is not to be stopped, eh?
We made a little something for you, Columbina. Ta-da!
Look at this
What is
card.
it? A Moon Prayer Night greeting card. With drawings by all of your friends.
That's so nice. Oh my gosh, everybody drew something. Okay, let's see if we can figure out whose is whose. I am thinking. Okay, so Paimon and Ether drew themselves. Sandroni, I think, drew herself. But instead, Columbina is getting eaten by the whale instead. Arlecchino drew teacup. Of course, because they love having tea together. Do you think Varka... Okay. So, what I'm getting the sense of is... Albedo drew the Varka portrait. Flynn's painted the Albedo. And Varka did the Flynn's. Is that what I'm seeing there? I think that lines up with what we know. I think that... That's so funny. Durin drew him and the hat guy. He's a cat! I love how they're continuing on with the cat thing. He's a little dragon, little cat. That's so cute. That is so adorable. Alice drew the Dodokos, I think. Of course, her Dodoko was on top. Aino and Anefa drew Aino and Anefa. Yehoda drew herself. Nefer drew Ashru, and Lama drew herself. And I'm guessing Albedo also did the Columbina art. Or is there someone else I'm missing? No, I think that makes sense. That's a lovely art piece. Oh, Columbina.
You did mention that you'd like a portrait done, so I took the liberty of creating one for you.
Yeah, he
I,
did.
meanwhile, did the portrait of Mr. Albedo. And Mr. Varka did the same for me.
I mean, I think my work was pretty true to life, don't you think?
Not bad for... I wouldn't have expected Varka to be that good of an artist.
The picture of Ashru was my doing. The two of you seem to get along rather well.
Wait, was I the only one who did a full body picture? That's so embarrassing.
It's fine. You managed to make it fit in the same amount of space that everybody did only half bodies. No, I know Nenefa also did full body too.
I did pictures of me and Anefa.
Yeah.
I did my own portrait and one for Hat Guy.
Aww, that is so cute. I love theirs so much.
Plus, there's the two mages, Arlecchino and Sandrone. So, if you ever miss us, just flip the card open and we'll all be right there with you.
This is the loveliest parting gift.
I don't know what to say. Thank you so much, everyone. This whole Moon Prayer night was more than I could have ever asked for. It is the greatest gift I have ever received.
Aww.
Mama, I figured it out.
Figured what out?
Remember how the Frost Moon Scions used to use milk as invisible ink to write hidden messages?
That was a very long time ago. Oh, are you saying?
Yes. When I miss you all, I shall use Moonlight in the same way, to write words that only you can see upon the moon itself.
Oh, that's a lovely way of being able to communicate with us.
Wow, that sounds lovely.
Yeah.
Quite. But how will we see them?
Simply open your windows on nights when the moon shines bright, and the moonlight will naturally flow towards the words I have written.
That sounds most fitting indeed. Very true to form.
Exactly. Exactly the kind of thing that Columbina would do.
I'll try to write them in places that won't disturb your sleep.
I, for one, would sleep all the better for having read one of your messages before settling down for the night.
Exactly! So don't worry about disturbing anyone's sleep. Just promise you'll write to let us know you're okay, alright? Alright. I promise.
Yay. Thank you, Columbina. And we wish you well. Aww. I guess this really is goodbye.
In that case, Columbina.
I'm ready.
Alright. Let's go. I'll stay with you to the end.
Very well. Let's go.
Aww. The most precious gift. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I want to be so optimistic. Like, this is a beautiful moment. We just had a beautiful festival. Everything is going right
In
for
just
once.
a few moments, I will be gone.
There
I
will
still
be...
don't know what to expect on the moon.
Me
Will
neither.
I really be able to send messages to my friends?
Surely you
The
must.
Kahenki, the animals of Nod-Krai. I'll never get to see them again. I wonder where I'll be when the next Moon Prayer night comes.
Well, you're the moon goddess. When you're on the moon, hopefully you'll have more strength to make that happen than you ever did here in Teyvat. I'm just gonna say it. I'm aware that this is not going to be the last act of the Nod-Krai Archon quest. And Columbina is going to be a playable character in the next update. So... I want to be so optimistic. We've literally had one of the most beautiful nights, one of the most beautiful festivals in this game. My heart feels so full right now. Everything seems like it should be right in the world. But if the story is not ending, then somehow, absolutely everything is about to go wrong. which I'm scared to let happen. But I can't see how anything could possibly go wrong. So let's just go for it, am I right? And it doesn't matter. We have to do this no matter what. Because where's her heels? Oh my gosh, the water disappears when she's running. Columbina hyposelenia.
This is where the people of Hyperborea used to communicate with the moons.
Eternal moon, frost moon, iridescent moon. When the power of all three converge,
the gate to the moons shall open.
Moon marrow preparations are complete. Only the final step remains.
I'm sure Nasha Town is livelier than ever at this moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a shame you couldn't be there for it, but it's now or never, right?
I'm glad you were able to enjoy most of it.
It's fine. I'm more than happy with this.
Guys.
My last piece of luggage.
Oh, I'm actually physically shaking right now. You know when you get that sense that something is just dangerously wrong? But, like, you don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe it. Everything is going right now, please. Everything in the world is beautiful right now. How could this possibly go wrong? Columbina doesn't deserve it. Dude, I don't even know what's gonna happen. I just have that sinking feeling, that, like, dread feeling, like, starting to creep in. There we go.
I can already feel the moon calling to me.
The portal. This is your chance now.
Your home lies on the far side of this light, Columbina.
from now on, we will at last have a reason to pray to the true moon.
Columbina.
Yes? I'm listening.
Be sure to come back and see us when you get the chance.
Yes, please do.
Of course.
But if that chance doesn't come, then remember that you have friends on this planet. People who will miss Columbina.
Yes, I will. Thank you for everything you've done for me. And remember, come night or day, the moonlight shall always connect us.
Come night or day, the moonlight shall always connect us.
Well then, farewell, my friends.
Goodbye, Columbina. Wow, look at all the festivities. Asher was here! Aww.
Thank you.
Alright.
This was my happiest night in Teyvat.
Farewell, Columbina.
Bye, Columbina. Huh? She did it. Goodbye, Columbina. Oh? Uh-oh. Why is Alice phoning us?
The moon really is closer than ever tonight.
No. What? No, 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 no! Oh my gosh!
Columbina.
All 3 moons in one place. Time for one final
I know that
experiment.
voice.
Reason, life,
Curse you,
time
Dottore!
and space. They all believed I would fail.
Dude. How could this happen?
But Tevat's primordial power never did belong to the throne of heaven. And now, they are mine.
What? Ether? Dottore! Oh no.
No, Lena! As long as I'm here, the Doctor is free to wield the 3 moons' power. It's the only way.
The moon gate?
I guess I won't be going home today.
Columbina!
Columbina!
No!
Columbina! No! No, he still has 2 of the moon marrows.
Stubborn world, do not try to control me.
Columbina.
Oh, the card! I'm actually so upset.
Are you all right? Do your wounds still hurt?
Well, if the Dottore Haters Club wasn't large enough, I'm sure it's larger now. Oh, that's actually so upsetting to me. As as I'm actually physically shaking. As I think I've mentioned a couple of times, I actually find what Dottore did to Wanderer extremely traumatic and triggering for me. So, seeing him come back like this is actually quite... You know, I knew he would come back at some point. I think we were emotionally prepared for that, but it's just... I'm actually quite upset just seeing him again. All of this had that sinking feeling of somehow everything's going to go wrong written all over it. I knew once we gave her that card that if something goes wrong, something's gonna happen to that card. Because it's the most precious memento. Not, you know, fine jewelry or anything. Or all these other gifts. But the representation of the memories we have together. I'm sorry, I gotta try to hold it together. I can't tell. I actually find Dottore to be quite an upsetting character to me. So, okay. I mean, if we're gonna talk about the lore, then let's not forget that the Moon Gate is exactly where we threw Rerir into earlier. But Columbina barely had enough strength to maintain her physical form to be able to enjoy the festival and go through the portal back to the moon. So how could she have enough strength to defend herself from Rerir in there? Can she even survive? We don't even know if she would get torn apart like he did or not. I guess I could say the animation was pretty awesome too. It was. I mean, they're clearly upgrading it with every animation they do. Okay, you know what? We just have to move forward. I'm genuinely upset. Which is a compliment to the game for evoking such strong emotions in the players, but I genuinely feel quite triggered by that. And now we have to wait a whole update to rescue her. Don't we?
I had someone prepare a little medicine that could prove effective. Take it if you need to.
Thanks, but I'd rather talk about what just happened.
In that case, let me relate the contents of the call we made to Alice after the incident occurred.
Was she trying to call us to warn us that this was going to happen?
That Dottore is a crafty one. He distracted the Hexen Circle by creating a huge fuss at Tevat's borders.
Whoa, okay. That's quite serious if he's even capable of distracting the Hexen Circle, who I made a big point last time talking about how they're literally the omniscient view of everything in Tevat.
I'd assumed that the cause was an abyssal intrusion from the outside world, which in fairness is a rather common occurrence. But after learning that you managed to influence the phantoms in Nod-Krai, I realized that perhaps this interference could have come from within Tevat instead.
But we weren't able to change their fates.
True, you couldn't change how their stories ended, but you did build some variables around yourself.
Variables?
Variables?
Yes. Things you heard that you could not otherwise have learned. Ideas that would otherwise have never crossed your mind. All these things are variables. Of course, most variables usually pale into insignificance with the myriad of possibilities floating around. But the moment you start treating them as building blocks and intentionally stacking them, that changes things. That's what Dottore did, and it's how he created the necessary conditions so that when you activated the portal tonight, it played right into his plan.
I'm actually so angry at Dottore right now, as if I wasn't already.
However, we have no way of knowing exactly what he did.
Yeah, we also need to ascertain Columbina's status.
And that about sums it up.
He's seriously terrifying if he could outsmart even Alice. The one character I'm pretty sure I've never seen get outsmarted before.
As I suspected, Dottore has disappeared completely. If it's any consolation, he wasn't able to control Columbina as he might have wished to.
I'm afraid that's small consolation given the reason why.
No!
To disrupt the doctor's plan, She escaped into the moon's reflection.
She did what?
Wait, didn't any of you see her do
All
that?
I saw was Dotori appeared and used some kind of power. The next thing we knew, he and Columbina were gone, and you were falling into the sea.
I see. The doctor froze time, which is why only I could move freely. Yeah, what was that about? Is this another thing? Because Ether is a descender? Just like how he can remember things erased by Irminsul, he can also move when time has been frozen. Because if you really think about it, that doesn't make any sense. And yet... why, this is... From their perspective, the battle and Columbina's decision all happened in a single instant. Wait a second. So obviously Dotori would be able to move within his own spell or science or whatever he did. Ether breaks all the rules of this world because he's a descender. How come Columbina could move? Is it also because she's technically not from this world? But she was born here, so... shouldn't... And furthermore, she doesn't recognize Wanderer. Which is a significant point because that should mean the rules of this world apply to her. I'd also say the rejection of her also is a sign the rules apply to her. The fact that she doesn't remember Wanderer means she's affected by Irminsul like everybody else. And Ether's the only one who isn't. But she was able to move in there. Why? So that's the power of the 3 moons? But why wasn't I affected? Is it because I'm a descender?
So, Columbina intentionally opened the moon gate and escaped into the same mysterious world as Rerir and Thelindis.
I was really wondering about that, you know. It was such a loose end that they had to have Thelindis. Like, we never found out what exactly Thelindis was researching. And all of a sudden at the end, she opens the moon gate opens, or she opens it, we're not sure. And she falls through it, and we never find out what happens to her. I figured that is such a loose end to tie up. That's gonna come back at some point, either in this Archon quest or like a future Archon quest. Maybe if they do another like Traveler Archon quest with Dainsleif, they'll address that. Or in a future chapter. But no. Now I understand. Now I understand. That was such a loose end because obviously we'd be coming back to the moon gate sooner than we thought we would.
Sounds like bad news.
This must have been why Dotori has been lying low this whole time. He was biding time until he could execute his plan. Yeah, and in hindsight, we really should have known that all along. Actually, I think we did know that all along. We just weren't certain what exactly he was waiting for. But I knew there was such a sinking, bad feeling vibe when it came to Columbina and going through the portal. You think when this game has done too many good things for you and your favorite characters for a long time, like when everything's just going so great and suddenly it feels like all the sad things that people have had to suffer are gone and we're finally being rewarded with some peace and pleasure and everything's gonna be okay, that is actually a sure sign everything's about to go wrong. So I sense that it's just I'm still upset.
Seen in that way, the Trilunar Syzygy and Rerir's emergence, Dotori might have been pulling the strings in both cases.
You think he was wait, do you think he was responsible for putting Rerir back together? Okay. So you guys are indeed saying Dotori is the big bad of Nod-Krai after all.
According to Miss Alice, he is attempting to transcend his destiny and finish an experiment that only a god might complete.
An utter lunatic.
An utter lunatic. Couldn't have said it better myself. Well, I can. There's some stronger choice words that could be used in this scenario.
Wait a sec. Where's Hat Guy? Seems like he'd want to be here for this.
I think he's triggered just like me.
He took off with the Dodo communication device after we spoke to Alice. He said he had a hunch that he wanted to investigate by himself.
And he wanted to tell Alice about it?
The look on his face was terrifying. I've never seen him like that before.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're seeing the dark hidden side of Hat Guy during probably anger and frustration at the fact that Dottore was one step ahead despite his best efforts. I know, right? It's actually completely infuriating from Hat Guy's perspective that after all this time, after you'd think finally having the advantage of, you know, Dottore not remembering him, which means there's less that he knows than he used to know, you'd think at some point Teyvat would throw Wanderer a bone and just let him have the upper hand. He's worked so hard for it. Yeah, we're gonna have to talk to Hat Guy after. And honestly, I feel the same way.
I'm back.
What's up?
That guy!
That guy.
I went to look for the Hyperborean phantoms again. I think I've gotten to the bottom of it.
Okay. He looks serious right now. As he should and as we know he would. Yeah, that expression says it all.
I got them to talk to Nicole on the other end of the communications line. Turns out, the history they describe is different from how Nicole remembers it.
Okay.
Really? But how? Surely Nicole can't have been wrong.
Because the phantoms are the ones who are deceived. They speak of a savior who appeared in their history.
Oh my gosh.
One who never should have existed. This savior promised to create a new moon within the false sky, and even bring back their moon goddesses.
I actually feel sick watching this guy.
Foolishly, they believed in him, and told him everything he wanted to know about the moons. It's obvious that this was Dottore's doing.
Now you mention it, the first time we entered the Hyperborean ruins, we heard the phantoms discussing their history, and I remember Nicole commenting that something sounded a little
That's
strange.
right. They kept talking about, he's gonna save us, he this, he that. Are you telling me that was Dottore the whole time? I feel...
But Dottore shouldn't have been able to get in there in the first place.
He didn't. Nicole said that this was an anomalous state triggered by disruptions in the causal connections between phantoms from the same era.
What?
The variables that Dottore put in place were substantial enough that they even affected phantoms that he never met.
This is hugely awful news for all of us.
So it's not that their memories were unclear. They'd been tampered with.
That's exactly the possibility Dottore was trying to manufacture. He turned these variables into knowledge and engineered the situation so all that knowledge would fall into his hands.
This is so, like, hardcore. Like, we were just, like, with Hat Guy and Durin and Albedo, we were just figuring out how to be able to interact with the phantoms. I feel Dottore had all this puzzle piece, like, figured out. Like, this is so complex. This is what's so frustrating. This is what's frustrating about Dottore. Is, like, he's the most evil guy impossibly imagine. He's incredibly sadistic. And he's always a bajillion steps ahead of us. No matter how hard Hat Guy has been working, Wanderer. And you'd think he'd have the upper hand because Dottore doesn't know he exists anymore. No matter what we do, we never seem to get ahead of this guy.
Then, he harnessed that knowledge on Moonprayer Night to truly create a false moon.
How is that even possible?
To be precise, he exploited a weakness in the way the spell works.
This is so complicated. This, like I was saying, like, it took us so much effort to figure out everything that we figured out. You're saying this guy knew the basics all along and found a way to rig the system, even more than we had already rigged the system, in ways we could not possibly have even thought. I mean, that's the problem, is we are too nice. We could not possibly have considered what an evil mastermind would do with all the knowledge we have and more. Like the thoughts that you need for this are like inconceivable to us.
The spell senses Kuvaki to detect the moon's location. So, as long as the false moon more strongly resembled the moon than the frost moon beyond the skies.
Oh, I was wondering about that. I was like, how did Columbina get from the portal at the pillar over to near the Kuvaki Experimental Design Bureau? He rigged it so it would teleport her to him instead of the moon.
The gate would teleport Columbina to the false moon's location. In other words, to Dottore's side.
And the 2 moon marrows too. Which, you know, I would love to make the argument that the moon marrows were just outside of the range of the portal. But I guess when you're talking about the guy who's literally going to break the entire system, yeah, little nuances like that don't matter anymore.
Once he had her under control, the teleportation spell remained active. And he manipulated her power to seize both moon marrows.
Geez, there's an answer for everything. Isn't there? God, this is actually extremely distressing.
At that moment, the moon marrows disappeared right before our eyes. It was already too late, even as we were leaving the ruins.
By then, Dottore had already amassed the power of all 3 moons.
So, where does that leave us? What do we do now?
I don't know. I know that's not my place to say, because obviously as a player I don't know. But I don't know. We have lost pretty much every advantage that we had on our side. We've lost both moon marrows, Columbina. Last time to defeat Rerir, we had to use Rerir's power against him. And now Dottore has all the chips in his hand. The only thing that he might not be able to do is open the moon gate to get her back. But we don't even know that for certain because this is Dottore we're talking about. For all we know, he can find a way to exploit the moon marrows and open the moon gate. So like, what do we have? What do we have? We have nothing that gives us the upper hand. And meanwhile, Columbina's trapped in that space with Rerir and maybe Thelindis if she's not dead. Like I said, this game does an excellent job at really making you feel strong emotions about what is happening.
I'd certainly like to know what Her Majesty thinks, now that the concerns I expressed to her have come to pass. But we cannot simply sit and wait for her to decide the matter.
Yeah, you know, at what point do we just say, does she just say enough is enough and fire him? You know, the Tsaritsa seems to be extremely lenient with these harbingers. Even Capitano was saying, like, yeah, she does want us to collect the Gnosis, but she's also okay with us spending our own time looking into our own matters. So that's why I came to Natlan to, sort things out from the past. And I thought to myself back then, you were saying, She's such a lenient boss, considering your whole purpose is to collect the Gnosis for her. Yeah, that's your whole job here. So at what point does she draw the line with Dottore? You know, all of these experiments are probably give an even like worse rep to the Fatui. You know, hurting a lot of actual people, including actual Fatui employees. I understand that the Fatui might see them as expendable, but like at what point do you draw the line and be like... Well, I'm realizing the answer to my own question is you don't, because as long as he's getting the Gnosis to you, and he got like 2 of them, then I guess he is doing his job, and that's maybe all she cares about. We don't know. We haven't met the Tsaritsa yet. I'm just like, this is clearly the kind of thing that would get you fired in any other line of work. On that note, I'm also thinking about how Malwika's the only one who still has her Gnosis. I'm worried they're gonna send Dottore to be the one to go get it from her.
And in any case, it is not the Fatui Harbinger Damselette who sees us as her friends, but rather Columbina Hyposelenia. If, even in such extreme circumstances, Her Majesty will not lift the prohibition on Harbingers drawing steel against one another, then I will do as my heart demands. I will fight as Peruware instead.
Yes. Yeah, fight for yourself and your own convictions. Because clearly... clearly the workplace rules in the Fatui are not normal.
Time is short, so I'll make the first move.
Even Arlecchino seems to be losing her cool now.
Yeah. Dottore is going to feel the wrath of her unleashing her power. I'm sure she feels partly responsible for this. And so do I. I know! We have been guarding these moon merrills with literally our lives for the last few episodes of this. Acts, even. Dottore was waiting for like the second that we let go of them. He was ready to snatch them up. We need to talk with Wanderer privately after this.
All right. Lose those dejected looks for a moment and let me get a word in.
Okay. I don't know what you can say that will...
It looks bad, I won't lie. Very bad, in fact.
Yeah, that's kind of putting it lightly.
So Dottore's pulled some real dirty tricks to gain the upper hand. For now.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's to the point where even the mages say that his variables have affected destiny. I'm not so sure, though.
Yeah, it's pretty dire. What kind of optimism do you have, Sir Varka?
Many have told me that Tevat's destiny is fixed. And that does appear to be the case. Well, what makes Dottore so sure he'll be the exception?
Conversely, what if this is fate's doing? And everything is happening as destiny foretold? There was always something about the fact that the Arcana had the death card in it.
And since he was able to stack these variables up, who's to say we can't do the same?
Alright. Well, that's certainly an idea. But, like...
You of all people should not be discouraged, traveler from afar. This isn't over yet.
Still, I can't help but blame myself.
And you're not alone in that. Everyone here does, whether they've spoken thus far or not. But none of us are the type to sit back and wait for the sun to shine again.
You're right.
It's exactly how a knight should roll. If they knock you down, you get back up and get back in it. Don't forget, Honorary Knight, you're a legitimate member of Mondstadt too.
Mark is right. This is far from over. Dottore's already way overdue a butt kicking given his past shenanigans. And after this, he's earned himself a double dose.
Yeah. Oh, I cannot wait to rip him to shreds. Like, I cannot name actually a single other character in media of all kinds that, I mean, I'm sure if I branch into media that I don't normally venture into, I could find some better examples. But in terms of all the media of all kinds that I enjoy, I cannot think of a character I detest more than Il Dottore. Most of the time, especially as you can tell on this channel, I'm always trying to weigh the different aspects of a character. Like, okay, this is one perspective about them, but considering what we know about them, here's another perspective. All the antagonistic characters, there's like always like that, well, think about why they're doing this. And does that justify their actions? And maybe it doesn't. And maybe it does. There's always that to weigh. But not with Dottore. With Dottore, this guy has been around since the beginning of the game, and he's pretty much... Not only is he completely unlikable, he smiles as he hurts everyone we know and love. There is not a character ever I can name more that I will enjoy ripping to shreds in the most painful way possible than Dottore. Yeah. I think he needs more than a double dose.
That's what I'm talking about. How's everyone else feeling?
Dude, I'm feeling down right now. I don't know what's gonna lift my spirits up.
I'll use Kuvaki to investigate Columbina's whereabouts. I am not ready to give up either.
Leave the intel gathering to me. Whatever happens within Nod-Krai's borders, when the Curatorium of Secrets wants to be in the know, we always find a way.
Aino and I will do all we can to support you. We will attempt to reverse engineer Dottori's actions and seek a breakthrough that way.
Alice and Nicole are busy dealing with an emergency at Tevat's borders, so they can't return just yet. But they're both very angry about this. They've asked Albedo and me to act on the Hex and Zirkel's behalf and do everything in our power to fight back against Dottore.
Yeah, I can imagine they're angry. Who out there outsmarts Alice? Who does that?
Are you ready then? We're going to have to conduct a lot of research, even in the early stages.
I'll do my best.
As for me, I'm pretty familiar with Dottori's way of doing things, so I can try to predict his next move. I'll help with your investigation.
Oh, I cannot wait to use Wanderer to get the final blow on Dottore.
Nice! Looks like we have our basic division of labor. I'll get in touch with Flints and Eatlua, get them to have a chat with their Starshiner. It couldn't hurt to bring the Lightkeepers on board as well. At the same time, I'll pass on instructions to the Knights present in Nod-Krai to assist the Lightkeepers and other organizations in ensuring the safety of those living here.
Understood. We've got to be prepared for anything.
We'll show him!
Alright. Look at this
That's
team
it,
we
then.
have here.
Good luck, everyone.
After we spent all that time putting that card together, too. Oh, this is where we talked with Columbina before. Columbina.
I never thought that Columbina would become my real name. It went from being a Fatui code name to something my friends call me. And remember, come night or day, the moonlight shall always connect us.
Oh, it's a dove. Columbina, the little dove. I'm gonna cry. Can't end it like that there. Oh yeah, because now they do a thing where when the Archon quest act ends, it doesn't actually end. Yeah, that's their new thing now. It doesn't actually end when they put the end screen on. Columbina. Oh, she fade away. Great. Thanks, you know, I'm sure that was meant to reassure us even more. Oh, the intertwined fate. At what cost? At what cost? A pamphlet. Oh. Look at all the wonderful things. Oh. Look at all the wonderful things that we did together. Game progress. And this is so sad. Yeah, we get the Dodoko furnishing. We get all these furnishings. We get so many Primo Gems. Never have I felt sadder to get Primo Gems. Because at what cost? At what cost? Oh. At least we were able to retrieve the card without it getting wet. I'm angry. I'm actually... You can tell the other characters, including like Arlecchino, characters that don't usually get worked up and angry are angry. Dottore is that kind of guy, you know? On this channel, I really try to, like, you know, let's not be angry here, or like have all these like really, like let's try to be reasonable. Let's try to look at all sides of the story. And look, Dottore as a character has been in the game this entire time. And there has been no reasonable justification for anything that he's ever done. Except that he is just the worst guy ever. And now even if, and I don't think they will, even if they try to pull something where they try to make us sympathize for him, I don't think very many people will. I think he has hurt enough people's feelings, let's just say in extremely light terms, that we are going to really look forward to bringing an end to him once and for all. I hope we get to do what we didn't get to do at the end of the Sumeru Archon quest. I hope, just as Wanderer says... Where is it?
It's a pity that Lesser Lord Kusanali already forced him to erase so many of his segments. The joy I would have derived from slicing them apart, one by one.
Yeah. Yeah, what he said.
The wind rises.
Dude, you know, I'm starting to get that empty... Not the same empty feeling as when I finished Wanderer's Archon quest, but... just like that. If you go back to videos from that era, I was really upset.
Too slow.
Upset by what Dottore did. I'm starting to feel that again. That, like... how deeply rooted that feeling of...
Quit following me.
Anger and sadness is. That despair of how could somebody ever be that cruel. Okay, if I take this treasure chest, will the little bots go away? I don't want them, not that I want them to go away, I just want to see how they'll react.
Want this?
Oh, they're smiling, they're happy that we got the treasure. That's good. I don't want you guys to go away. I just want you to be happy. I want to be happy. I don't know how I'm gonna compartmentalize this. Like, this is so... I don't know, guys. Like, I'm feeling so bad right now. This is so... Oh, look at that. We got our 500 Primo Gems for playing the quest on time. Once again, right now. No, I should be grateful. The rewards are tangible and extend beyond the storyline. So thank you to the devs for the Primo Gems. All the Primo Gems from the festival and those Primo Gems. Thank you, thank you. I'm just like, I'm right now in the feeling like nothing can lift my spirits. You know what I mean?
Too slow.
I mean, gonna have to try, but yeah, I guess I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Well, I guess we have a few weeks before we can actually go and save Columbina. And it looks like she disappeared again too. Guys, you know what? Things look really bad for our side right now. Things look really bad for our side right now. I don't know how we're gonna solve this. I guess... Well, we have the next few weeks to figure that out, don't we? And hey, at least we'll get to pull for Columbina. That's probably the one good thing, is being able to pull for Columbina. By Genshin logic implies we will see her again. Not in other games, but in this game, it does imply we will see her again. I just look at the shadow cast by the moon shifting across the ground. I'm just so tired of feeling traumatized by Dotori and seeing him traumatize our favorite characters who've already suffered so much. Alright, you know what? We will just have to wait until the next episode to see what happens. So I guess this is where we're ending it off. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you all for watching. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. It's just gonna take a bit to feel that way. Alright, take care everyone. Bye! Okay, one more thing because I heard there's a bonus thing. No! I heard there's a bonus thing if you go to Silver Moon Hall. And all the flowers here are white. And it's the sad music. Watch the empty courtyard? No! This place is so sad without Columbina. There's no one here. As expected, Columbina isn't here.
Columbina, really?
She stepped through the moon gate. No one knows what's inside, but it's a place that tore apart the extremely powerful Rakier of Solnari. I know, and now she's trapped in there with him, I think. If only I'd...
Columbina?
Huh? I think that's one of the Kuhenki. I don't think that's Columbina. Aww. Aww. They're so sad without their moon goddess. Aww.
Oh, it's you.
They're so lonely.
Are you also waiting for Columbina to come back?
Me too. We are all sad together. Oh my gosh, hello, Anatar! Guys, this is so sad.
So, you too.
Anatar?
Oh. Hey, come on, don't be so sad. Keep your chin up.
There's so much to be sad about right now, Paimon.
If everyone was sad, that'd be like... Oh, Paimon doesn't want to think about it.
Paimon, we're all sad. Aww. I can't allow myself to wallow in guilt. Columbina didn't sacrifice herself for us to end up like this. Not to mention...
I haven't given up yet.
That's right. We still have to save her.
Columbina, all of her friends, none of them would ever just give up like this.
That's right. That's right. You tell them, Ether.
Give us a little more time. I can't promise anything, but I'll do everything I can.
Oh my gosh. Please let us save Columbina soon. Even though she faded away, I know we can still save her. Aww. The Kuhenki, they're really counting on us, guys. And Luanatar. Luanatar is really counting on us.
Are they cheering for us?
Hmm.
Thank you.
Don't worry. We're gonna try our best not to disappoint
You
you.
need us to help you with something?
Oh, I think they're just happy to see us and know that Columbina won't be gone forever.
Thanks, Kohenki. Paimon thinks she looks a little flustered. Why don't you play something? If they hear a familiar melody, maybe they'll calm down a little bit.
A familiar melody? Let's try the one Columbina always sings. Yeah. Oh, Ether, your playing is so nice. Aww, this is so sad. This place is empty without her. We can't even play with the Kuhenki and Luonatar when she's not here.
Oh, they're asleep. Looks like they haven't had a good rest in a long time.
Yeah. Oh, little guys. Please just rest well. We will bring Columbina back soon.
Let's leave.
Okay. Have a good rest, little guys. Oh, Luonatar's still following. Oh? Sandrone! We're all sad. We're all so sad.
Sandrone! What are you doing here?
What? Am I not allowed to take walks now?
Well, she hasn't returned.
Thought as much. No such thing as a free miracle, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, which way are you headed? Paimon means we don't see much of each other. Maybe we could join you for a bit.
Let's not. I'm not in a good mood today, and don't have anything nice to say.
Oh. Well, honestly, that's a valid feeling.
Besides, comfort is the last thing this place needs.
Okay. I guess that's it. No, Columbina is gone. Let us go back in. How do you go back in? Is it only the teleport waypoint? No. I've somehow ended up back here. Columbina. No. Doesn't even play her music in here anymore. No. Now we have to wait all the way until January to get her back.